Throw her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that you'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like this forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody say, don't be afraid of loving yourself, 'cause that is all you got in the end. You got in the end. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like this forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself 'cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that'll make her feel better? Make her feel better. And that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Yeah, that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want.
What do you want?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. This is YouTube, Drew. YouTube.
Is that the thing that all the kids are on these days?
Yes, you're back.
It's funny because like everyone's like, yeah, Drew's gone. He's been gone forever. But I literally stream every single Sunday. Like I've always been streaming every single Sunday. I just don't make videos is all.
Well, it's just, I don't know. We need to do an audio check, Drew, to make sure like I'm not way loud overpowering you. So how do I sound compared to Drew, guys? Does it sound good, or do I need to lower myself a little bit? Or hey, Cypress, I'm assuming I usually always need to dial myself back a little bit. So let me try that and see what you all think.
There you go. What's up, Leaf? But yeah, I know everyone likes the videos, right? They want to see the YouTube videos rather than the once a week streams.
I know, man, but it's like, I had a kid, you got this new job, and we just like mentally checked out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We just kind of became big boys.
YouTube has been like the last thing until recently, I have to say, okay, Drew is really, okay, we've never heard that in a stream, Cybers.
Wow.
How about now? I think I've got us almost mixed together okay.
Nice. Hey, what's up, Silver Fox? Yeah, it was a good Thanksgiving. Had how many things? We had 3 Thanksgivings that we went to.
I just had one big one. We just had the one big one with Casey's family, and that was it.
We said that, yeah, next year we want to have it at our place, and everyone can just come here, because after running around to 3 different places around town all day, it was like, ugh. By the 3rd place, we were there for like a half hour. I turned to my wife, and I was like, can we go home? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, Casey's great aunt kind of, she kind of got me out of staying real late, because Casey, whenever she goes somewhere, like, don't plan on leaving until like 11:45, midnight. Like, she wants to stay and help everybody clean up and do the dishes, and we're like the last ones to leave. But Casey's, great aunt, like, you know, she goes to bed at like 6 o'clock in the evening, so it was like, you know, 8, and I was like, do you want me to go ahead and run you home, or so I kind of
like, you want to get out?
Yeah, I was like, I can run you home if you're ready to go.
That's awesome.
So
but
yes, this
but
is
yeah,
a
no, like,
Drufus in the wild, Claire.
it is, yes. But no, like we were saying, just, yeah, basically we both just kind of like, yeah, I got like a big boy job, and Estienne got like, you know, a kid. So, yeah, we were just kind of, and, you know, to be completely honest, and we kind of foreshadowed this when the North America pack came out. I did what I wanted to do with Planet Zoo, and then after that, I was kind of like, I'm done. I'm done.
I kind of mentally, I kind of mentally just checked out when we officially knew it was going to be an animal only pack. I was just like, because, you know, I just can't. Animals aren't just going to hold me over for 3 months. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like put a challenge, quote unquote, to myself that, like I said it in a few of the videos, is like, okay, I'm going to build a habitat for every single animal, and then we're going to do Pine Mountain Sanctuaries. Like, you know, I was like, cool, I got my, you know, creative book filled up. I was going to start a new, like, modern California type zoo and stuff like that. But then I don't know what hit me. Like, I just got home from work one day, and I was just like really tired. Like, some days I start at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. I just got home and I was getting ready to build, and I just looked at the screen, and I hit this in Planet Coaster 2, where I just kind of had a moment of like, I've done everything I've wanted to do in Planet Zoo already, so all I feel like I'm doing right now is building the same thing that I've already done in a different variation, and for me personally, that's just like hell, basically.
But you know, I'm kind of in that same boat, but like, when Leaf and them post pictures of stuff they've been doing, it really kind of, it's like a double-edged sword, because I'll see what they're doing and I'll be like, damn, I want to jump back in and try something. But then I'm like, do I really want to jump back in and try this? Is it, you know, it's like, or like ZSH Plays or Lighter, you'll see them post pictures, Beezy, and it really kind of almost motivates you to jump back in, and then realization hits, and I'm like, I'm not. Hey, I tell you what, though, I did jump back into this. I don't know if you've got a chance to see it, but I've jumped back into some regular Planet Coaster lately.
That's, yeah, your little resort that you got going on.
Just kind of a, you know, Universal Studios, just kind of like bored with Planet Zoo project. That's kind of
right.
It's turned into a little series.
Yeah, yep, and you know, that's always fun to go back. I don't know, I need Planet Coaster 2. I think that's what it like kind of boils down to. I just need like Prehistoric Kingdom or Planet Coaster 2 to come out, because whenever I jump into Planet Coaster 1, I always run into the issue of like, this kind of looks dated at this point.
But you know, I will say that I thought the same exact thing. But taking a month off from Planet Zoo, like, cleared that. You don't, like, once, if you take, you can't, okay, I'll put it to you like this. You can't play both of them at the same time. You can't jump back and forth to Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster. But if you leave Planet Zoo for a good couple weeks and just don't touch it at all, Planet Coaster does not seem, it seemed like it was back like when I was helping you all with Luna Wood and stuff. Like it felt like I was back. So
Right.
I don't know but of course too, like you said, now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 9 days away from Prehistoric Kingdom closed beta.
Oh, is that it?
9. Yes. So
Oops.
not this coming up Monday, but next Monday. I've even taken all Monday off. I'm using a vacation day, and I plan on like streaming Prehistoric Kingdom for like 6 hours.
Man, I might take off. That's still 2 weeks away, just about. So I might take off work too then.
Yeah, you should see if they'll let you.
Yeah. Yep.
I know it's crazy to hear, but I absolutely love JWE2. It keeps me occupied for some good management once you sink your teeth into it. Makes coming back to PZ so much better. You know, and I really can't even speak on it, Leaf, because I have not got it. I didn't request a key for it, and I didn't buy it. But Drew and I have noticed, even in... I don't think it's done as well as they hoped it would. We have gotten articles and stuff that have come out, and even in Frontier's most recent financial report said that they think they messed up with their release window, i.e. releasing the same time as Horizon 5, and there was like, when JWE2 came out, there was a bunch of big games that came out like either that day or like right in that same week. So they think that the slower reception was there were so many things coming out at that same time. But for me, it's a mixed bag. Some people I've seen love it, like Leaf's been having an awesome time in it. And some people are like, I refunded it after an hour. It's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, I'm the same way as Estan. I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't have the game, but at the same time, from what I've seen, I don't really have an interest in getting it. It just doesn't seem like it took like that big of a step forward to really warrant a second title, in my opinion. So it's just kind of like,
and it's not enough.
It looks okay.
It's not enough customization for us to really,
yeah,
kind of really get enveloped in it.
The management looks better, like the Chaos Theory, I think that's what it's called. That like section looks pretty cool, but I don't know. From also like the campaign kind of seemed a little bit shallow too. Like people were getting done with it in like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours or something like that. So that didn't really like entice me either. I don't know. It looks okay, like it just
the animations and stuff are gorgeous as always.
The graphics,
Nick
the
Rogers
sound,
in them, in the sound. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And the modders, like I just saw Leaf's post on, they put in Ice Age animals like the sloth and the mammoth. That's awesome. But so I think if you really like dinosaurs, like you're your big dino nerd, then you'll really really like it and get into it. But if you like me and you, who are just kind of like passively, like we like management games, we like creative games, we're fans of Frontier. I think for us it's kind of like if it's on sale, maybe check it out, the kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And what was I going to say about that? Oh, speaking of Frontier, I was kind of trying to look around on the list of the Game Awards, and I don't see them yet. The Game Awards is coming up on December 9th, I believe, and how like absolutely would we lose our minds if Planet Coaster 2 announcement dropped on the Game Awards or something,
Do they do that? Do they announce games at Game Awards?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Then, yes, I will lose my mind.
They said there's a bunch of announcements coming this year.
Man, I hope so.
So yeah, not only do the Game Awards, obviously they give out the awards for the year, but a lot of companies are turning to that show for world premieres. So a lot of eyeballs are going to be on that. I wish it was in the evening. If it was in the evening, I would live stream it. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me just Google it and see what the time is for it, because there's no way that my work is going to let me take off Monday and Thursday. I just don't see that in my future.
Oh, probably not.
But if it's in the evening, let's just see. The Game Awards 2021, Thursday, December 9th. Oh, it is in the evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time it starts.
Oh, nice. I'll be home for sure.
So I think we will stream that, guys. So look out the week of December 6th. Definitely look out for 2 streams that week. We'll definitely stream on Monday, and then we'll stream the Game Awards. I don't think they shut it down if you stream the Game Awards, because and them, like and Best in Slot, a lot of them will usually simultaneously stream and give their reactions while the Game Awards are going on. So I don't think we should get shut down, but we'll try it. So be thinking.
We've streamed some Game Awards before, and
yeah,
it's totally fine. There's no copyright stuff there.
You know, S-Dan be waiting for Park Beyond. Yes. Now that is one that Drew is not interested in necessarily yet, but no. And they kind of ghosted us from October 13th till like November 20th. So that was a little concerning, but they did come back and tweet that their Steam page is up and ready to go. So Drew and I are confident that the game will happen at least. Hey, speaking of Drew, I think with I know we're kind of jumping all over the place here, but we're trying to cover a lot of happenings that have happened over the last couple months. With Prehistoric Kingdom telling us in that last dev diary that their funding has been secured to continue development, I really think that's going to happen now. I think I think Prehistoric Kingdom makes it to early access. I don't think it's just going to end up being a dead game. Now, I
never thought that.
Yeah, how much of a game are we going to get with early access? With 22 animals, I believe they said. I don't know, but does it come to early access, and can the general public buy it? Yes, I definitely think we'll get to that point, because I remember Jonty was telling us at one point, he's like, game never happens. He said it never finishes.
Yeah, and I know some other people have also said that PK never gets released, and I've never thought that. They've seemed very dedicated, and that they're doing it the right way. It might be slow, slower than what some people would like, but you got to remember it's before a few weeks ago it was a team of 6 people or something like that?
Like 8 of them?
Yeah. Right, so yeah, it might be going a little bit slow, but I don't think it'll be dead. I think they just are really dedicated to making the game how they want it to be, and if that requires, scrapping the entire code and starting over again, so be it, like they've done in the past. Yeah. So yeah, I just think they're going a little bit slower. And
now they're actively looking to expand. They're trying to find community managers. They're trying to find artists, 3D. They're really kind of doubling down on these development efforts, kind of leading into what are they shooting for, an April early access release, I believe. I think that's what they said. They're shooting for April. So, I'm here for it. I'll definitely be jumping in and seeing what they give us for beta at least,
Yeah, well, the dev updates, they've been some really interesting stuff as far as the builders go, and it sounds like the dinosaur AI is going to be a lot more improved for beta and everything, and we're going to get a bunch of flexi color. There's a whole lot coming to the PK beta to be really excited about. The only bummer is that people still can't buy it, which I think we found out, or you found out, that that was not a Prehistoric Kingdom decision. I don't think a lot of people know this, but that was like a Steam thing, wasn't it?
Right. Yes. They told them that the thing about when you actually release it to the public, and when it goes to Steam, it really affects your ranking and how you're able to how it pushes it out to people, essentially. And they said if they wait until the game is completely ready for early access, it's just like, I guess it's almost like an algorithm type of thing. They're like, that's why we've limited it. We don't want to push it to the public until it's absolutely ready to go, and Steam can, push it for us. And then, of course, I think Goose was saying something about reviews or something. They mentioned it on their Discord, but it kind of gave me a better understanding of, like, remember how I always said, I can't believe you guys aren't letting more people play this. It's completely a Steam thing. Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like they want to get when they release it, they want to make sure they have as many people as they can to buy it and review it like all at once. So the algorithm is like ding, 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 ding. Like, there's a really popular game going on. Like, let's push this popular game kind of thing.
Yeah, let's push this to the top of the store, and yeah. So it's kind of it's just a business thing, not a
So, but it is unfortunate though, because I know a lot of people really, really want to play the beta and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But hopefully soon enough they'll get the early access and move on from there.
Well, my other question is, and I think Leaf and them have kind of been talking about this, where they think that Planet Zoo still has at least 5 more cycles left. Do you see yourself being interested in Planet Zoo anymore? Or is it gonna take let me put it to you like this. If Dalia messages you tomorrow and says, "Hey, Drew," Dahlia. If she messages you tomorrow and says, "Hey, Drew, we got a new pack coming out in December. If you're interested, write me back and we'll get you a code over." What does Beyond Drew say or do? Is it still interests you at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in the future of it. More so when we get new birds, fly, the things that we always mention that we want in the game. I'd be more interested in if it's another animal pack. I would cover it, but I that's all I would do. I would kind of give my opinions on the animals, I guess, and that's it, but not really build for it. Just I just need something new at this point. It feels like it's been 6 months since we've had anything new to the game, So we just need some new stuff.
I did get a particularly interesting email the other day from a certain CM for a certain game. Maybe that bodes well for the future.
Me too. I guess I'll say that as well.
But see what else here I was gonna ask you.
You been playing any different games since kind of going on a hiatus with Planet Zoo?
I've been playing the Switch a little bit. What else have I tried? I tell you what, I did get Vanguard. I've kind of been playing it off and on a little bit. I don't know, man. Just Emma takes up a lot of time, when I'm home.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because it's kind of like you feel like, because Casey hasn't went back to work yet. She won't go back to work till after the first of the year. So it's almost like when I get home, it's almost like she's here with her all day. So I'm kind of like, you want me to take over a little bit, or so my evening, and then plus, it's dark at 4:30. I feel like I need to go to bed at 7:30, and I just, just the thought of recording and doing cinematics and doing voiceovers, it's just like almost like the last thing I feel like doing when I get home. But I will tell you this, I've been doing a lot of shorts with Emma, and that has those have been doing really well. Like I'll put a short up of Emma and it'll get like 3,000-4,000 views.
No kidding.
So
you should just switch over to being a baby channel.
Yeah, Emma's kind of helped with like content on that side of things when I don't really feel like making, real videos.
And it's funny, like we kind of joked around with Savannah and kind of talked to her about this a little bit, but I've been thinking about maybe making a different YouTube channel that is, I don't know, not gaming content. Because I mean, like for people that don't know, like gaming content is some of like the easiest content you can make on YouTube, and it's some of like the most saturated content you can make on YouTube. So that's why it's kind of harder to like get a really big audience with it usually.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know, I've been thinking like, maybe you can do some like I really love theme parks, obviously, and before I started doing a gaming YouTube channel, I was thinking about doing a theme park focused YouTube channel. Like covering like the history of Disney, the history of like Six Flags, like talking about like park layouts and stuff like that. But
yeah, and you could you could even do like news, like park news that you read about or hear about.
Right, and then there's definitely like an audience there, and I feel like there's a good amount of content doing that kind of stuff, but not like an over saturated market or anything like that. But
you said, games are so saturated, and it almost makes you wonder if that's kind of like the paradox of why we stick with Frontier for so long. It's kind of like it's the one studio that can give us traction. Yeah, it can it sustains traction in an ocean of video gaming YouTubers,
Right, and I've had people ask me before, like, how do I get a following on YouTube? I'm, streaming every single day. I'm releasing YouTube channels, all this stuff. I'm like, well, what are you releasing? They're like, oh, Fortnite or, Minecraft. And it's like, that's cool, but you got to remember, you're releasing, you're releasing into like millions of other people are doing the same stuff that you are. But like, if you can do like what Estian and I did and become, pretty good to really good at Planet Zoo or another niche game and upload, like if you can crack your way into just a small percentage of that niche, you can really, build yourself up a really big audience and stuff.
Yeah. I'll pull up some Planet Coaster here a minute while we're just chatting. We'll go into the park. But, yeah.
What's up, Basic Builder?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I just pulled up chat for the
first man, Silver Fox, my Blackstone, I am out of propane. I've got to go get the tank refilled. I've not used that in a while.
Propane.
Emma's more popular than you, Stan. She is.
Hell yeah. Cooking channel. Oh man, speaking of cooking, on last Sunday we had our first Thanksgiving. We had 4 all together, 3 on Thanksgiving Day and then 1 on Sunday. But my uncle got a Traeger smoke and grill, and he made a turducken. Have you heard of that? It's a turkey with a duck stuffed inside of it, and then a chicken stuffed inside of the duck, and then they all cook together. And he smoked it for like 8 hours or something with like cherry wood pellets and like hickory pellets. It was like, oh, that's so good.
That's awesome.
It was so good. What's up, Herman?
There's old Herman.
There's old Herman. But yeah, turducken. Never heard that before. It was awesome.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving they did a big ham, and they did turkey and stuffing and kind of like what did they do? Hey, what's up, McKay? They did like pasta salad and pumpkin pies, and I almost puked.
Oh, you're loading up Planet Coaster. What are you doing that for? What's on Planet Coaster?
Oh, just throwing this up to give them something to look at here. We'll go into the park in a
Right.
second.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, yeah, I'm still playing games. You know, when I get off work and stuff. But I've mentioned this on my community streams before. But I still play games. It's just kind of mindless type games where you don't really, you know, I'm not building things. It's kind of laid out before you, like, okay, run to point A to point B, or hey, shoot the bad guy. Like
You know,
that's a
I was thinking that at work the other day, when I was thinking some of my favorite Beyond Drew like streaming moments is when you would stream while I was at work and you would stream RimWorld. That became a part of my day. Like, okay, Drew would stream at 2, like my time, 1 your time, and it was just awesome. Like it really had become a part of my day, waiting for you to just waiting for the stream to start.
I know it was just it was such a rip out to not be able to, you know, do the daily streams anymore. It's like I didn't get to hang out with the friends anymore at the same time and all that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Leaf made
yes, it
candy
is Silver
bacon.
Fox. Canned cranberry sauce. Yeah, it is. We have canned cranberries and all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, RimWorld was such a fun game to stream. It's just that's always the tug and pull of being a content creator. And I even tweeted this a few days ago that my motivation and drive to make content and stream and all that kind of fun stuff is back. It's just a matter of finding content that I like to play and do, and that the audience is actually going to come and like watch as well. And RimWorld is a perfect example of that, where I love RimWorld to death. I have some of the most hours in this. This looks great, by the way, SDN. I really like the colors you got going on. But I love RimWorld, but the audience for RimWorld was like, you know, 5 people, 5 dedicated people,
Yeah.
but still, yeah. It's just one of those tug and pulls where you got to find something that the audience likes to watch and that you like to do yourself, that you can do over and over and over again.
Yep.
That's why you see some of these game creators, you know, even within the Planet Zoo community, like Leaf and Delady and Rudy, and then in other communities that I'm in, like Hearts of Iron, there's Tommy K and others that, you know, they play the exact same game every single day for every single upload that they do. And for me personally, and I think Stan, you a little bit, like, it's really hard for me and others to do that, to only do one game the exact same way, you know, every single upload kind of thing. It's just kind of like,
Yes,
it gets mind numbing.
and I think you know who seems like they have a really good setup? Freaking Raptor. Like that dude, I mean, every day he's got something different he's getting into. Like there's no way he could get bored with the, you know, he just every day it's something new, and he gets like 3,000-4,000 people that watch
Right.
every stream. But of
He,
course,
like-
at the same time too, the dude goes for like 6-7 hours at a time.
Right. He does that. He's dedicated every single day. He's on his schedule. And while all of his games may like seem random or like all over the place, if you really look at them, they all kind of fall under the simulation umbrella. You know, like it's either like simulation, like building games like these, or City Skylines, or he'll do like a lot of those like run your own gas station games, or, you know,
Yeah.
build your own train station from a first person point of view or something. So you can do that too for, you know, people aspiring to be content creators. You like Eston and I have like niched down, is what it's called. Like we've niched down to about the smallest niche that you can do, right? We're like the niche of a city builder game within a niche of a park builder game within a niche of a theme park builder game kind of thing.
Yes.
If you could do like what we did there, or you can do like what Raptor does, which his niche is the simulation genre, you know, which, you know, under that umbrella, there's thousands of different subgenres and niches and everything like that.
Hey, Basic Builder said he has finally got a breakout with Valheim videos. They're actually overtaking his PZ videos now.
Oh, good stuff, dude. That's wow,
There is
you know, I
no
kinda
better
forgot.
feeling. There's no better feeling than that. Like
There
when
really
you
isn't.
when you step out and do a new game and it does good, you're like, holy crap, this can work.
Right, and that's, you know, kind of the thing. I wish I would have more mental prowess to push through the crappy performing videos, because that's what you have to do as a content creator, unless again you're one of those content creators that broke out within your niche and you're getting 20-30,000 views a video no matter what you put up, as long as you're uploading that certain game. But if you're not, you kind of keep dipping your toes in the water of different games and finally try and get something that connects with everyone, or kind of breaks into another community, because that's what it is. You're waiting for the YouTube algorithm to break you out into a new community. This is going to sound bad. It's nothing against anyone's what am I trying to say? The quality of the content, but really all you're doing, again, is you're just trying to throw out as many videos as you can into different genres, into different titles, into different popular games, to try and get the YouTube algorithm to just pick it up so that people can just see it. That's half the battle, is just getting your videos seen.
Yeah, you just
it doesn't really matter the quality.
Yeah,
after that.
it's just kind of like you just have to get the eyeballs there,
Yep. There's a big difference between 20,000 people seeing your video and 1,000,000 people seeing your video. Like, you're obviously always going to get more clicks if more people see it. This is a really great part. Did you are there any custom builds in here, or did you just like scour the workshop for some awesome stuff and just kind of place them all down? Or is it like a lot of mods?
Most of it are my old blueprints from different projects.
Yeah. Yep.
Like all the shops you see, these are all just my old blueprints from random different things. I found this on the workshop, like this Epic Universe entranceway, which I just thought looks killer.
It does, yeah.
But yeah, most of it's just TMTK items and blueprints.
I wish more people looked at the Planet Games like you do. Like, I learned from you to use the workshop so much more. Like, I feel like people are always like, dang, how'd you get this big place going already? Like, when you post pictures, it's like, man, you got to utilize the workshop, and you got to blueprint your items, and you can redecorate them really quick. Like,
that's what people have asked about this. They're like, how did you get this done so quick? And I'm like, most of this stuff I had built years ago. Like, it's just all how you present it. And like, remember this little rock cafe I did for David LaSpring?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, what happened to him?
I don't know, man. I never
Irish or
yeah,
Scottish,
never heard from him anymore.
That's funny how people do. We've been making content now for going on what, 5+ years or something like that.
Yeah, and it's just the people just come and go.
Come and go. Yep.
But like he was like a big player in the in the Planet Coaster. I think kind of when he disappeared from us, if you time it, remember it was about 2 years ago. I don't think he was into the zoo stuff.
Oh yeah,
and when we switched to Planet Zoo, he was kind of like, well, just kind of not my thing anymore. That's not my thing, guys. So if you all are leaving Coaster, then there's really no reason for me to stick around,
Yeah, that was we kind of had a lot of that. And at first, when Planet Zoo came out, I was kind of like, oh man, I feel like I'm kind of abandoning my core audience. But it was, obviously it ended up being a good choice as far as the channel goes, because it grew the channel exponentially and everything. But
you wouldn't believe once I started building this park, how many of like the old Planet Coaster people have like messaged me and said, I can't believe you're back. That new park looks awesome. Like just a bunch of them. Even from like the old Facebook groups and stuff have been messaging me.
Right. Oh, the Just Ribbon. Man, there's something about just Planet Coaster and seeing the rides. I know we always harp on this in the zoo. People are always like, brah, brah, brah. But there's just something about the energy of a theme park, building it, seeing the coaster going around, seeing the rides moving,
and just
and
like the storytelling and stuff, just
right.
It's like it transcends zoos, it's not the same. We'll go into the old water park.
Zoos are fun if you want to do like a little bit of a more sleepy kind of, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but like a more chilled, lush foliage, doing awesome work like that kind of stuff. But a coaster or a theme park, you're just kind of a bit more like, let's go, let's tell a story. Let's get some energy in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the zoo people. You zoo people.
The zoo people. And that's kind of the thing too. Drew and I were never really zoo people. Like, we think zoos are cool and stuff, but
Oh, hell yeah.
we're not like, we're theme park people. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I had been to zoos before, like before Planet Zoo came out, and I thought tigers were cool and monkeys, like, that's a monkey. But I never like looked into like, designing zoos or anything like that. And I'm glad that it did come out because it did help my design aspect in a lot of different ways that I never would have really tampered with if I had just played Planet Coaster. So there's definitely a place for it. But yeah, at our core, at our at our core there, theme parks are what we like to do.
Yep, and that's why, like we said, with the Planet Coaster 2, that's why we are geeking out and just wanting some kind of confirmation. Because remember too, guys, like, we have no clue. I mean, you hear us talk about Planet Coaster 2 a lot, but there's no confirmation of anything. Like, this is purely just Drew and I wanting Planet Coaster 2, but there has been no official confirmation.
I even joked around with Esty, and like, it doesn't even have to be a Planet Coaster 2. I was even joking around with him that what if the Prehistoric Kingdom people decided to do a theme park building game? Like,
Right. And,
I just want the next generation of it, because even since Planet Coaster has come out, what, 5 years ago or something like that now, like, the advancements or the expectations of what we have now are just kind of like really, really high, I guess. And it'd be cool if a game could, another theme park building game could come out and kind of match that.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the problem with moving into the next generation of things. Like, we kind of forget how quote unquote spoiled we got with Planet Coaster and all the new innovations and things that we weren't used to, even going from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 to Planet Coaster. I mean, yeah, just all the new advancements we got. And now that we have those, and we've seen Planet Zoo come out, and now we're seeing Prehistoric Kingdom come out, now we're just like being a little bit like spoiled. Like, okay, can we get some scaling? Can we get some weather? Can we get some better improved graphics? Can we get some modding? We're just like, let's take that next step now.
Right. Yeah, we are really like, and like water parks. Like, water parks are going to have to be a thing with Planet Coaster 2, right? I mean, it absolutely has to, right?
It feels like it, yeah. I mean, that's like the birds of Planet Zoo kind of thing is water parks, I feel like. So that, and even McKay asked, what do you think would elevate the next gen theme park game? And basically everything that we just mentioned, you got to get the improved graphics and lighting, get the improved weather system, everything that Planet Zoo has, kind of bring it in. And then, yeah, bring in some water parks. I think you could bring in a parade like builder, so where you could build your own floats and build the route that the parade takes. You could implement realistic like fast passes, like try and get a fast pass system, kind of a better one, I should say. I know they kind of implemented it. I don't know, it feels like they could take each system that they implemented in Planet Coaster and just kind of like make it a little bit better. I guess.
And remember too, even with things like the guest interactions, like we wanted like the little Dapper Dan guys, like how awesome would it be if they were to be able to walk around and actually perform for people. Yeah, just
I've always wanted this since like a little kid, but a day system, so where you have like the park is opening at 10 a.m., but you have to make sure your staff gets there a few hours earlier to like kind of like make sure the place is stocked up, and it closes, so you have to make sure everyone's like leaving, so your security has to like make sure people are gone. And you have daily things that like Parkitect kind of introduced us a little bit, where it's like, hey, for the next few weeks we have a salt shortage, so your food's gonna cost whatever or something like that. So I don't know, I think a day-to-day operations would be like the next thing, because
Claire wants load and unload stations.
Yeah, that would be, have to have that. One of my biggest things is like, especially even with Planet Zoo, is we build these amazing looking parks, and then like where most of us are just kind of like, okay, that was fun, I'm done. But like we don't like run them after that, you know, like
Right.
it's kind of an automatic or an automated system after that where it doesn't you don't really need to have your hand in there to do anything because there's no variables that happen. So I guess just more like variables would be cool.
Yeah, and like just think if there were like seasonal ordering that you had to do, like with if winter was coming, you know, you would have to manage you know, different souvenir styles as far as like sweatshirts and you know, long sleeve shirts, hot cocoa, you know, just
Or do you have to like store your coasters? Or can your coasters run? Do you need to store them, you know, in a storage facility or a storage bin? Or during the
yeah.
summer, are you going to have like a really busy July 4th if your park's in the United States? So you need to open up, you know, the extended queue. So you have to think about building extended queues and opening them and closing them and stuff like that, you know, for busy
Yeah,
days. And yeah,
and or you could also like what if you were like a park like Dollywood that wasn't open year round, and part of your goal was you had to make so much money before the park closes on January 4th or something, you know, and it doesn't open again until
yes.
March or April.
And I've always thought it'd be cool that instead of just being able to build a coaster willy-nilly in one season, you have to kind of do what real theme parks do, and you know you have to kind of do the height line, or you know it takes a few years. You have to go through like a planning area where it's gonna, you know, can this actually fit into your park, and then you actually
Yeah,
have
and
to have
you
the
have to pick a
items shipped to you.
manufacturer and
Right, and they ship you the items. And if you pick, you know, certain manufacturers only deal in certain, like yeah, like Six Flags. Six Flags only deals with like RMC, SNS, and you know B&M kinda. But depending on certain factors, like if you're a cheaper park, maybe you can't afford to work with B&M, and you can only afford to work with, you know, a cheaper manufacturer. So, and you know, there's drawbacks and positives to that. Not just like wooden coaster here, you know, like give you
yeah.
different variables of the wooden coaster that have their positives and drawbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, and this is the same thing with Planet Zoo and a lot of Frontier games, is they have management in their games, yes, but I feel like it's just such surface level, so shallow management that it's like, I mentioned this a bunch of times, but it's all the same management that we've been playing since like 1999, basically. You know, they took like what Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 did, and they've just been repeating the same management for like the last like 20, 25 years now. So it's just like, let's get a little bit more in depth,
Right.
you know, let's think
Let's
more
think
than
outside the
surface
box
level.
a little. Let's
Yeah, you know, there's more to theme parks than guests come in, pay entrance fee, you know, ride, go poop, leave. You know, there's more to the guest brain that they kept hyping up during Planet Coaster. There's more to the guest brain than just, you know, simple that's all they want to do. And there's more to guest or park management than, you know, build ride, guests go on ride, and you know, ride breaks down every once in a while. Or, I don't know. It's just all very surface level. They can really delve deeper and it would be a lot better.
Mhm.
I finished my Dr. Pepper.
Uh-oh, you finished your Dr. Pepper. That means we're going to have to probably wrap
I
this
got
up in the next 10 minutes.
I gotta pay, as Forrest Gump would say.
Drew, remember this park? Kind of when I was doing the pseudo Planet Zoo before I built this
yes.
park when we thought it was going to be Planet Safari.
Yep. Well, it technically was Planet Safari at this point because they switched over to Planet Zoo, like I think halfway through the development or something like that. Yeah, Mr. Domas, yeah, we could basically combine updated graphics, everything that Planet Zoo has with Parkitect management. And yeah, and even push, you know, the Parkitect management a little bit deeper because you have the 3D, you know, or the 3D environment that we're able to kind of spin around. And Parkitect's a little bit limited with it. I love Parkitect, I should preface with that, but Parkitect's a little bit limited with its views. And
I like how you and I could play it like together, remember?
What's that?
How we could play it together.
Oh, the multiplayer? I love that.
How
That is
awesome
such
how
a
awesome
cool-
would a Planet Coaster be like that?
Oh, I'm on board. Yeah, VR compatibility, absolutely have to have VR compatibility. Um, Leaf, speaking of Leaf, he's kind of gotten VR working in a kind of janky but cool way in Planet Zoo.
Uh-huh.
I can't. Did you, Leaf? Did you just release another video on that? I remember you said you were working on it, but yeah, he's got VR working. And did you build this coaster, Stan?
Yeah, yeah, it's just a little tiny, just a little
Nice.
kid's coaster.
Right, right. Hell yeah.
Back in the day, just a little, it's kind of like a little archaeological, just kind of, see, it's like a,
Yeah, yeah. It got Indiana Jones type feel to it.
yeah, little ruins and stuff down here.
Now, the big thing, and we never really talk about this, I think because you and I are both just used to the path system at this point, but what would they need to do to improve the path system for you?
I'd really like if they could almost do it in a prehistoric kingdom type way, where it was almost like painted. Like,
I know, I love that.
yeah, I mean, it's seriously, it's like with Prehistoric Kingdom, it's almost like you paint the path. You literally put it like anywhere you want a path to go, and it just like conforms to the terrain. You know?
It's like it's like the game isn't fighting you to do what you want to do. Like you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like the game doesn't care where you're trying to put the path. It's not that big of a deal. Like if you want the path to clip over the edge of this water, then that's fine. And it's I tell you another thing too that that really always kind of aggravates me about Planet Zoo is how the water has to be completely removed to do any type of terrain work.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
See,
well, that's the
like
volumetric, you know.
Yeah,
so.
see this, Drew? Like, I can just come out here. Like, this is not possible at all.
Right. And it's like, is it really? I mean, I guess the trade-off is worth it because then we get to have the seals and other animals be able to dive down, I guess. But also, gosh, I miss this. That is so much easier in Planet Coaster, isn't it?
Yep.
But yeah, no, I agree with with what you said about the path. I mean, I remember when we all absolutely lost our minds when we placed down like a flat roof piece, and the guests were like, "I can walk there too" in Prehistoric Kingdom.
And they started using it.
Yeah, we're like, "Wait, you're not supposed to do that," but okay. Ooh, the Condor ride! We have one of these at Six Flags Great America, and they are so much fun. I haven't been to a theme park in so long. I might puke if I go on one of these now, though.
And you kind of wonder though too, Drew, like with Planet Coaster 2 obviously they're gonna have to repeat rides, right? I mean,
yeah, I would think so. And I know some people are like, "Oh, they have to bring everything in Planet Coaster 1 into Planet Coaster 2." That's not feasible. That's not how that's going to work probably. But as far as like rides go, yeah, I could see a lot of the base game rides from Planet Coaster making their way over to it.
You kind of wonder too how are they gonna attack themes? What are they gonna do with that? Man, there's just a million questions for Planet Coaster 2, isn't there? Like, what are you all gonna try to do?
Yeah, and hopefully, since JWE2 didn't do as hot as they wanted to, hopefully that doesn't. I mean, they'd have to have been in development by now, but hopefully that doesn't hinder the development of Plan Code 2. It doesn't make them go like, maybe sequels aren't the way to go or something. Yeah, the SNS Access. I heard that the SNS Access is going to be going to, might be going to Magic Mountain in California. Have you seen that, SDM? If you want, Google it while you're on stream here. The SNS Access coaster. It's a new coaster prototype from SNS. It looks really cool. Did JWE2 not do as well then? There was reports in Frontier's financial reports that no, it did not do as well as they were hoping. It doesn't mean it did bad. It's just it didn't perform as well as they were hoping it would have.
Right.
And there's a few factors that they're thinking led to that. Just that there was a lot of really big games that released around the same time as it. So just really saturated market kind of thing. And I think some of the word of mouth was not as positive as they were maybe expecting.
And like I said, they even mentioned it to their shareholders that it didn't quite have the pop that that they thought it was going to. But they did say sales were strong, but they said sales were particularly stronger on console, I believe, over like Steam.
Well, that makes sense. It's a console-made game.
So, yeah.
Or it's a game that looks like it was made for console. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think it's coming to Energylandia. Or if I was a betting man there, Domez, because Energylandia always gets a new coaster. They're putting a Raptor in Magic Mountain. I didn't think Magic Mountain could build really tall coasters. Oh, no, that's a different. Never mind. Okay, that's kind of cool. I love theme park news.
Did you see that? Did you see my tweet about the plans of
Dollywood?
Dollywood's getting a new coaster? And I did say it's
Yeah.
like a family style,
Huge.
but
I bet
it's
gonna be a
it's
mock.
massive.
I think it's gonna be a mock.
I'm
probably
with
be
you.
like,
I'm with you.
I think
I think so too.
It'll probably be like a what was that one? Rattlesnake or shoot, what's that one at Carowinds? Carowinds coaster. It's
Copperhead Strike?
Copperhead Strike, yeah, Copperhead Strike. It'll probably be like that, but really big, because it looks like it's going to be long as hell.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Savannah? What's up, Jonathan? Same one that opened at
That's
Six
kinda
Flags
what
Great
they were
Adventure. Jersey Devil Coaster with a few added turns. So it's going to be even longer than Jersey Devil Coaster. Wow. State's engagement with players is gradually improving. Studio. Oh, yeah. So overall, the report expect revenues between 100 million and 130 million for the next 12 months, which is lowered forecast from the 130 million to 150 million projected in the annual report from September. The studio also notes the slower than expected reception to park management game Jurassic World Evolution 2, which has faced a more crowded release window than expected, thanks to the releases like Forza 5, Football Manager 2022, and another edition of Skyrim. My God, how many Skyrims?
They're gonna milk that to
yeah,
death,
there you
aren't
go.
they?
Jeez, they already did. But yeah, did y'all see Savannah? Because she's been doing streams with her face cam on. So if y'all want to see Savannah's face, you can see her face now.
Savannah Banana.
Savannah, but she's not a banana and she's not a robot. So both of my predictions on Savannah being a banana robot were nixed.
Yeah, and remember we used to say Savannah was like some kind of AI social experiment, like seeing like a like she was like studying us. She was going to
Right.
tell us one day, like, okay, guys, I have my master thesis. It was nice knowing
experiment-
you.
It's concluded. She just slips us a check for $100. Thanks for unknowingly being part of this. Dang. So, but anyways, I think we just wanted to hang out with y'all for about like an hour or so and just kind of
Yeah.
catch you up. So main points to take away if you just got here are we're both thinking about doing content and all that fun stuff again, but we're just I don't know. It sounds like we're both just kind of waiting.
We're
for
kind of
probably
waiting.
Prehistoric
We're
Kingdom.
waiting on new titles. I'm waiting on
we're-
next Monday.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we're both back, motivated. We're both kind of getting into the groove of things of SDN being a new, being a dad and me starting my new job and everything. So
Yeah.
we're back motivated. We're just kind of waiting for games that we know you all will enjoy and, we'll enjoy making content for. So.
Yep, and they want us to get together and do like a Discord movie night. They've been mentioning that.
Okay. Well, it's the holiday season, so we'll have to do some Christmas movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
probably,
we'll do like Krampus or something, and we can do.
We just watched neither of us have watched it for years. But we watched It's a Wonderful Life last night and put up all of our Christmas stuff.
Oh,
And,
cool! Yeah,
it was-
Casey and her mom they went crazy last night putting Christmas stuff up. We're still not done, but it's
we're
getting
not
there.
either.
It's getting there.
Nice. Yeah, we'll do that. And I was talking to Estan about doing some Wreckfest, so maybe we can get some Wreckfest going again. I got to figure out the multiplayer stuff because
Yeah, Drew. See if you. What we'll do is before we get everybody on, let you and I test it and see if maybe they've done any kind of changes or.
Right.
And we'll see if we can get some Wreckfest going.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, no. Hopefully for the month of December and all that kind of fun stuff. We'll get some holiday stuff going and get some group hangouts and stuff like that going again. So, but yeah, thanks for bearing with us. Thanks for putting up with us as we kind of both of us at the same time
transitioning
took a shift.
Transitioning our lives a little bit.
Yeah, we became big boys. So
yes,
nice. But no, appreciate y'all and be on the lookout. I know for sure tomorrow I have my community showcase stream at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Estan, what are you gonna be streaming here in the next little bit too?
Could be. But just look for look to be slammed with Prehistoric Kingdom content starting on the 6th.
There you go. There you go. So
yes,
nice,
Herman said, "Die Hard."
Die Hard. Yeah, gotta watch Die Hard. Nice.
Yippee-ki-yay, Herman.
Poison Blade. Good time in there, Poison Blade.
Yeah, good job, Poison Blade. Right when we're getting ready to leave. That's a Poison Blade thing to do.
Yeah, typical Poison Blade.
I'll wait till they've been streaming for an hour and then jump on.
Yeah, right. What a dork.
I want to do a just a big stream one time. Like, just do like an SDAN 6-hour stream. Like, just make myself play and hang out and just do a big stream.
You better ask your wife for permission before you do all that.
2 hours. 2 hours is usually my limit. Like 2.5 hours, something like chemically switches over in my brain, and it's like, okay, time for you to go now.
Yep. No, it's a work doing it that long, but.
Yep.
Hell yeah. But...
Well, all right, my little nerds. I'm gonna jump off here and go back and see what Case and the baby's into.
Right. So, all right, y'all. But yeah, keep an eye out on the channels. We'll see y'all soon.
All right. See you guys. See you, Drew. Thank you, buddy.
See ya.
Bye, guys. 24-hour stream.